Okay, so we are back with our last career agent, Explorer 1, and let's see how these missions will look. So we'll start using our sensor overlay, and we need to find anomaly training sites. And let's go out and do exactly what they ask. So we need to open our sensor overlay, which we should see it here around the shield of our ship, around this circle. And from options, I hope I can open it from here. Display sensor overlay, this it is. Now I have this nice circle. The shortcut is Control O, which we can test. Yeah, it seems this is the one. Just to turn it on and off, but to show it you need to enter here in the options. And everything is on, yeah. So let's find an anomaly training site. This means we are looking for a green mark. Well, let's rotate until we are towards something green and just look up, down. Okay. Asteroid, anomaly training site, and warp 2. Now I'm doing this as per tutorial, otherwise I'm pretty sure it should appear here in the probe scanner, but everything in its own time. Let's follow the tutorial. Okay, so it seems we just need to retrieve the proof of discovery from the training container, but there's no training actually done. So I suppose this is just to introduce the new players with the overlay, sensor overlay. Okay, then we go back.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I told her meet me in the back, that I fat and she don't know how to act. When she back that thing up on that, it's a wrap. I'm just trying to hit it once, I'ma take it to the back. Think she came in with a man, but she leaving with me, yeah. Cause she know that I'm the man. Said she got a plan and she know me from the gram. Oh man, I think she might could be a fan. Made me think twice, so it might could be a scam. Oh yeah, might be 5 driver. Whoa, these they ain't loyal. Probably took your number, but you know I won't call you. Rather stay on point, cause I can't fall for you. They said you run the world, can't let it control you or destroy you, yeah. I love all women. I'm 10 steps ahead when I know what y'all doing.
So we are being introduced to the cosmic signatures, the ones which we will use later in our exploration career. They are the most important type of places where we'll go, and for them we'll need to use scam probes. Let's see what the tutorial asks from us.
Now we headed out the door. Lucky number 7, yo, meet up on A Street. Chanel number 9, got it smelling like a pastry. Now we on 10, she was rolling up a great tree.
Okay.
Pouring up shots, don't chase me.
So we need to use the ship we are being given.
Don't think about it too much like Sanford. I ain't got nothing for. I told him
But there is no scanning involved yet. Okay, and let's accept the mission. Pass to the other ship. Let's see if we have anything to install on it. At least some afterburner so we go quicker, or maybe a micro warp drive. And since it was said it's safe, I don't think we need anything else. Okay, let's put some overdrive if we can, yeah. In case you started with another race and not Kaldari, it is possible maybe that you need to learn one of these skills in case you didn't have it, or you just don't fit these. They just give a little more power so you can fly faster, but it's irrelevant. So let's undock and see where they are taking us.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, so we are somehow presented with the notion of space pockets which are accessible only through these acceleration gates, which, yeah, if you will do missions, you will find in almost every site. You will travel from pocket to pocket through this with the help of these acceleration gates. Okay, it seems we will have also our scanning equipment, free scanning equipment delivered. And in our exploration career later on, mainly these are almost the only modules we'll use. religiously. Let's see what's next.
Don't catch my drift, tell 'em mind they biz, don't catch my gist, bitch. I'm in a cut with my homies, I'm in a cut with my homies. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me.
Man's that moving too shaky, acting sus for no reason. Still do the dash like Stacy with a city girl. It's that season. She wanna ride this all-wheel drive. You don't gotta put no key in. We on a rise like emoji eyes. You know that they be preying. Stashing the guap,
So
setting up shop.
these are examples of some structures which usually we can find in a data set. Just for visuals, they are presented. So we just see how they look, and then next pocket we will see how a relic site will look like this. Since
Don't catch my drift, tell 'em mind they biz, don't catch my gist, bitch. I'm in a cut with my homies, I'm in a cut with my homies. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies.
let's jump to the next pocket.
Homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me. We in the spot, thugging like pop, kicking in doors, you know we don't knock. She wanna dance, do a TikTok, she making a move, she making it drop. We set the mood, pull up and eat all your food, How can we lose? Blessings keep coming in twos. You do or you don't, you will or you won't. Hop in the phantom, then I go ghost. They doing the most, they watch what you post. Like in our picture, she like how I post. They saying we goes, Kobe on goal, playing the cut, just me and my woes. We getting high to balance the lows.
Yeah, guest sites will not really go into them because we'll concentrate on relic and mainly relic and data sites. So it seems that was it for the moment. Let's head back and see what's our next mission.
Don't catch my drift, tell 'em mind they biz, don't catch my gist, bitch. Ain't no vibe like this, don't rock like this, ain't we don't miss. Don't catch my drift, tell 'em mind they biz, don't catch my gist, bitch. I'm in a cut with my homies, I'm in a cut with my homies. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, ISO. We on the go. Yeah, hey, you ain't a friend of me if you used to envy me. Don't petty me, keep that same energy. You ain't a friend of me if you used to envy me. Don't petty me, keep that same energy. Yeah.
We was in the trenches, now look how we out here ballin'. Popped up in the max, now we flooring in the fall.
Okay, starting with this mission, seems you'll have to scan some cosmic signatures. So we'll need to fit our ship with a data analyzer. Okay, we'll do a little hack. And it's explained that the typical loot from data sites will be usually blueprints, advanced tech to ships and modules. Yeah. Let's fit our ship. Since we are this ugly ship, okay. We have in our cargo hold the core probe launcher, which uses a hide slot. We have the core scanner probes, which are to be used with this one like ammunition, so you drop it on them. Let's fit the data and the relic analyzer since we are here. And I suppose that's pretty much it for the moment. Let's head out and find us a a data site. Okay, what we do need to do for scanning, we need to open our probe scanner with Alt P, or from our interface, from scanners, probe scanner, Alt P. And because I opened it previously, I detached it from the solar system map. They're being used together. Let's resize it, floating. We don't need to use all this space. Okay. So to be a little more easier to see here, we can filter out the anomalies. The cosmic signatures we already they don't need to be scanned, and now we are left with the cosmic signatures which need to be scanned. So there are some positions which we have to find by scanning. We need to launch our probes by pressing the core probe launcher, and our probes are launched in space in a standard formation, which I think it's the pinpoint. You can distribute them on different styles, but the standard mode is okay. We are scanning at 4AU. Let's just choose the first signature. We'll get to scanning in our exploration. I advise you to keep your signatures sorted by ID and not by something else, so they don't change their position in the list. Because the moment you are scanning them, if they change their position, then it's a little more difficult to keep track of what's what. So let's just choose a position, drag from the top of the square all the probes here in the middle of the circle, double click or use these buttons, top view or side view, and from the side view, again from the square facing you, drag the probes in the middle of this circle and adjust the probe size, let's say what it's here, in such a way that it encompasses this red sphere. Let me make it smaller, you see. So our signature is somewhere in this sphere, we don't know yet. We need to scan to find it, and this size it's good. We don't need to go higher because at this level, at 4AU, we are already encompassing the sphere with our probes. And analyze. The shortcut for the analyze button should be B. I think it's by default. To change easier the probe size, you should assign some shortcuts. I have minus equal, the keys which are after 0 on the number row, because they are not used by something else. I'm just using those, but not with this character because I didn't configure it. So I'll just scroll here with the mouse, or you can drag it. but ideally you should make some shortcuts for this. So this is a guest training site which we are not doing. We need a data site. Let's choose another signature, drag the probes there, and from the side you zoom in and zoom out with the mouse, and then encompass the sphere, analyze. Now we are in high sec, so we didn't really hide ourselves or something, but generally you don't do this. We'll make safe spots, we'll learn this about this later. And it seems we found a data site. Now this is one of the types that these signatures can evolve while we are scanning. They can become a point. In that situation, if only a circle would have been, we would have went there in the center, reduce our scanning spheres and continue scanning. It can become like this, a stick with two ends, of course, and it can become a circle. In these cases, we need to scan the position which is most far away from our initial scan position. So if our probes were somewhere here, if you move with your mouse around in 3D, visually estimate which point is further away from your probes. Let's say this one, click on it, then this image is centering on it. By double clicking, you are sure that you are in top view and then side view. So top view, center your probes, double click, we go here, we center the probes also from here. Because we rotated it, it went a little like this. You can rotate back, you can zoom a little more in, arrange it better, but it doesn't matter too much. So now we can decrease our we already decreased it, our probe size. Analyze again. Now these are very easy to scan cosmic signatures. I suppose they are intended like this for training during tutorial. Later on we'll need to do a little more in-depth scanning for the same point for 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. You can use the link in this table or directly on the screen, right click, warp to it.
Warp drive active.
Since it's a training site, we are sure it's no problem, it's empty, so we can warp to 0. You can close this one from the X or from this button here if you want to keep this open, and usually we will need to keep this open when we'll be exploring. And we have ourselves a training container. Let's go to it, let's lock it, and since it's a data site, we will need to use our data analyzer on it. Our ship should be in 5000 meter radius, and we are. So let's see. The minigame appears again, a very simple one. As I told you, the numbers represent the distance in these squares until a system, which can mean some defense mechanism or the core, or a helping system for our virus. For example, this one is a defense subsystem, firewall. Its strength, it's 10, its coherence or life, let's say it's 20. So when we'll hit it with our virus, which we have 10 strength, we'll take 10 from its life it will hit us with 10. We will remain with 15. Then when we hit it again with 10, that's enough. It will disappear, and because we finish its life with our hit, it will not hit us back. This is one of the most simple defense systems of these games. So let's just hit it. And we found the core. Now, since it has 20, we need to hit it 2 times, but it can hit us back only 1 time. So since we have 15, we still have enough life. We remain with 5, but now with our 10 strength, when we hit it, we complete the hack. And now we can check what's inside, and it's the proof of discovery. So, this minigame contains 3 or 4 types of defense systems, which some are easy to beat, like this one was, but generally they will be a little stronger. Also, our virus will be better because we will use a ship design for that. We'll have bonus for our coherence and our strength, and I suppose we'll use also some rigs and better modules, not the civilian ones. Everything will add up, plus the skills we can train. So our virus will be as strong as possible, so we can clear most of these games to loot the cans. Meanwhile, let's complete these missions. Now we need to find the relic site. Let's go out and do just that. Again, I suppose we'll start our exploration in high sec, let's say, so we play a little the game to learn a little and to see what we can do at our skill level. But slowly I'll introduce you to wormhole exploration, because from my point of view that's the most profitable. Not necessarily safe, but nowhere is safe in Eve, so at least we shoot for the most profit. So normally we will look for some safe spots, we will warp. During warp we will make a safe point, we'll stay there, so at least if somebody wants to find us, they need to trouble themselves a little bit for that, and meanwhile we have time to see them, hopefully, and escape. Until then, let's open again the... we didn't take our core probes are not loaded in the scanner, so we need to do it now. We can avoid this situation by buying 8 more core probes, and the moment we launch one set, the core probe launcher will automatically load itself with the other 8. Now let's see where can we find a relic site. If I remember correctly, we can modify this probe size with the Alt key. Let's see, yeah. So if you press Alt and then zoom in or out, you can modify this, so you don't need to lose time to come with the mouse here. We already found the relic training site. Normally let's say our job is done, only this we have to do. From here you recover your probes so they go back in the ship. Let's reload them so they are prepared. Warp to the site and close the map. Again, we just have a container. Let's go to it. Locked. And when we are in range, we can use the relic analyzer. Again, very small version of the game. Oh, why failed? Range. Okay, let's. Hey. It seems our ship went far away from the container. Okay, now we're in stable range. Again, you don't want this to happen when you do the real exploration, because after two failed hacks, the cans are exploding and you lose whatever was inside. Okay, and let's go back.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested.
You'll find yourselves a lot of times in places where you
Accept.
feel like a screenshot is necessary. By all means do. That's one of the quirks of EVE Online. You stumble upon some pretty amazing sites. Let's finish our missions. And we have one more mission, which is the same as this ones. We just need to scan a gas cloud. And we receive the exploration ship as a reward after the mission, which is very nice. We don't need to buy our first ship. Let's accept the mission and take this pesky that we need, it seems. Where is it? Suppose this is it. Gas pesky. This limited implants, I don't think we'll use them. Yeah, they're just +1. We'll talk about them later. They'll help us train our skills faster. Let's just go and finish this mission. Now we need a guest site. Use your Alt-P shortcut. Open the probe scanner. Launch your probes. We already have a guest site open, but just for the tutorial's sake, let's scan one more time. moment you click one cosmic signature here, or double click in the list, it will be centered, and it's you need it to be centered in order for you to be able to align your probes as easy as possible. So from top view, align your probe group in there, and from side view again, and with Alt key let's extend this. We can check, yeah, we are all around the sphere, and analyze, which is shortcut is B from battleship. Okay, we got a lot of sites. One of them is a gas site, so let's take back our probes, close this solar system map. You can use the links from here or here to warp to it. We'll take our proof of discovery, and it seems that's all for the Explorer career agent mission. Not very helpful, but we'll insist on it directly when we get exploring, scanning, and making some ISK.
Man's them moving too shaky, acting sus for no reason. Still do the dash like Stacy with a city girl. It's that season. She wanna ride this all-wheel drive. You don't gotta put no key in. We on a rise like emoji eyes. You know that they be preying.
Yes, sites will not really run because you need different equipment for that, and specialized ships. Our main concern will be the data and relic sites, but these guest sites that they are presented here are presented from the idea that you need to scan them to access them. So that was it. Let's go back to the station.
Don't catch my drift, tell them I ain't they biz or catch my bitch. I'm in a cut with my homies, I'm in a cut with my homies. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me. We in the spot, thugging like Pac, kicking in doors, you know we don't knock. She wanna dance, do a TikTok, she making a move, she making it drop. We set the mood, pull up and eat all your food. Ooh. How can we lose? Blessings keep coming in twos. Ay, you do or you don't, you will or you won't. Hop in the phantom, then I go ghost. They doing the most, they watch what you post. Like in our picture, she like how I post. They saying we goes, Kobe on go, playing the cut, just me and my woes. We getting high to balance the lows, you hear the flows. I need my ducks in a row, whoa, yeah. Coming up fast, I thought we was moving too slow, whoa, no. Making a killing, cause we keep selling these clothes.
Okay, so this is the end of our tutorial missions, and we have a few ships which make roughly 4 million ISK, and in our wallet we have another 14 million, so close to 20 million value ISK. More than enough to start our exploration career, for which we'll use the Heron. Now at this point you can keep these ships. You should keep them anyway, because if you're a new player, you don't know exactly what you will like doing. You will need the ventures to see if mining is the thing. The Badger, it's an industrial hauling ship with some good capacity. Let's see, almost 4,000 cubic meters transportation. Marlin is our little combat frigate, so maybe you want to start doing some sites to see how it is. From the traits you will see that it's designed mainly for combat, and it is bonused for weapons and shields. The Heron we will use in the exploration. It's also a frigate. The Cormorant is a destroyer. Meant for attack, with bonus with shields. So the moment you feel a little more sure on yourself from fighting with the Merlin, let's say, you can pass to the destroyer or choose another ship on a different style, not with turrets. Where is it? The Kestrel, which is another combat frigate, but you will fight with missiles, and I think we will make a few missions also with this Kestrel, see how we manage. And then a passing point could be the Hookbill, which is a little more expensive, but it's a little more better, again on this missile path, which I'm trying you to make understand that it's an easier path as a beginner. Following this path, when you learn the missile skills, you can follow up with this Korax destroyer. Later on, when we get to cruisers, you can use not directly this one, but the cheaper one, the Caracal, which uses again missiles. Meanwhile, if you learn also drones, there are some ships from Galente. Maybe you will like to try these ones. Galente has the most drone bonus ships from what I remember, so it's an interesting path to follow also, but all of them are bonused in a way or another. It's just by preference, I think, more than stats. So at this point we finished our missions. Now keep these ships because maybe you want to test them, do some combat, small combat sites. Look on Eve University UniWiki website, which combat sites are safe to enter at this level, which means only in high sec for you at the beginning. Fits you can find in Eve Workbench again, or try by yourself to see what works, but I highly recommend looking also online to get some already tested knowledge. And exit the NPC corporation if you didn't already enter a low-text corporation. You can look for some of the big newbie corporations which will help new pilots, but maybe there are some time constraints, like you need to participate from time to time to actions or I don't know what, or look for a no time request corporation. This idea I created one in case you want to join. You will find it in social, corporation, recruitment tab, search. At the search box down you look for UASFC, enter, this one appears, and you can double click and apply to join, and whenever I'm online I will answer to it, so you can enjoy your time solo playing EVE Online for a while, so you get used to things. I would not encourage you to enter directly in a big corporation. first test your hand. Remember, this is a game with a, let's say, with a very long evolving duration for your character. The skills to train completely, it's somewhere like 20 years, I think, if I remember correctly. Don't set any daily goals, because EVE Online is not working like this, or you cannot get some gratification in 1 or 2 or 3 days. First you need to learn how to play, because there's a lot of information which needs to be gathered. I'm trying to throw not so much from the start, also not to scare you, because as any online game, also EVE Online needs new players, and I would prefer if you just start slowly, find your way, and we'll meet in space. For the moment, that's about it. These were the career agent missions. Now you have some ISK, and I'll see you later with some exploration tutorial, so you can start with the way at least to make some ISK in the beginning, and we'll see from there. Okay, bye.